Hello. Once again, I come before you as a representative of the Illuminati. You may call me the Man. Well, this week's topic is a very important announcement. And before I make that announcement, I'd like to go in a little bit of behind the scenes, a little background information. Currently climate change is like a huge topic. And a lot of people are blaming other people for climate change. And, some people say it's not us at all, it's the sun, and then other people say it's not the sun, you idiot. And, there's a lot of people talking back and forth and calling each other names, and a lot of political drives being going on. And, basically what it comes down to is the climate is changing. And that's something everybody agrees on, because climate change, everything changes. Sometimes that change is good, sometimes it's bad, and most of the time people hate it, no matter what's going on. That's just the way it is. People hate change, but change is the only constant in the universe. Hey, that's pretty deep, right? Anyway, at one point in Earth's history, it was a lot hotter than it is now, and at some point in the Earth's history, it was a lot colder than it is now, and yet here we still are. So, things change, people adapt, animals adapt. If they don't, they go extinct. But we in the Illuminati not really all that worried about it. It is a good thing if you're a politician, though. I mean, if politicians, if they see that the whole climate change agenda works for their party, they will push it. Hey, we got to do something about climate change. And of course, if they see that it works against their party, they will fight it. And it's back and forth, and you get a lot of arguments about what's going on and how it's going on. Well, fine. That's just the way it is. Climate's change, people have to deal with it. That's just all there's to it. Until today. You see, a long time ago, the very first video we did, actually, when I had to apologize for the death of all those birds, I mentioned that we were working on a weather modification machine. And that's what killed all those poor blackbirds in Arkansas at that time. And it was not ready for prime time, as they say. But I know some of you guys out there, you're thinking, hey, HAARP does that already, right? They send out weather problems and earthquakes and mind control and gas. I don't know what they're supposed to send out all the time. No, HAARP doesn't do that. We actually are working on a weather modification machine. Now, we had to make certain changes to it, okay? You can't affect a large area of weather because things might spin out of control. So we do a mild change of the weather. But we can do a mild change of the weather. See, that's one of the reasons why we weren't always worried about this climate change thing, because we knew, as human beings, that a certain technological level would happen, and we would be able to tweak things. So, you got a drought in California, you don't want a drought, you send some rain. You got flooding in Texas, you don't want flooding, you send some heat. Break up all that water vapor, send it somewhere else, right? Sound like a weatherman. We're going to move the front one way. Anyway, so that's just all there is to it. We knew we'd be able to do it, and today I'm proud to announce that we have in fact cracked the code. We will be sending some very much needed cool air to India, where they need that. Oh, they're in bad shape. Breaking up all that flooding down in Texas. You might get some wine back in California. The grapes may be able to grow again, hopefully, when the water starts flowing. And what? I'm sorry. Actually, this is a separate studio from our office. It really is, and there's actually a red sign outside that says "Do Not Disturb." When I come in here to make an announcement to you, the viewing public, I expect not to be disturbed, Laney. What? You told me it worked. What can you do? Rainbows. Rainbows. I'm sorry? It turns out I have completely wasted your time. Laney told me earlier today he got the machine working as expected, and unfortunately, all you can do is rainbows. You could do that 10 years ago. Double rainbows. So if you see those double rainbows up in the sky somewhere, you can be sure that Laney is somewhere near testing the equipment. As for breaking droughts and stopping flooding, that's apparently in the future. But we in the Illuminati, we're on it. We want you to rest assured that we're still... Gosh, what a waste of an announcement. One day I'm going to stand here and let you know that we've got it. One day, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many weekends and holidays Lainey has to work through to get it done from now on. Yeah, I'm going to make that announcement one day. And of course, you know, when you walk outside your house or your apartment, you look up in the sky, you see those double rainbows, and the chemtrails, of course. Well, we in the Illuminati, well, we'd like to make a suggestion, which is what we do best anyway. That's what we do. We work behind the scenes. We subtly guide societies to a brighter future. And that suggestion is, you see those chemtrails up there? I wouldn't worry about that. You know what I would do if I were you? I would just relax and breathe deeply.